Yeah, it's nice to be back. To have 1 month away was nice, a nice break with my family, and yeah. But to come back now and really get your teeth into a new season and Monte Carlo, it's really nice, and I have to say I really enjoyed my test, and really happy with the preparations for Monte Carlo Rally.
Okay, so how do you find the cars with the 2015 evolutions?
Yeah, I think it's been quite good. Okay, you're never going to gain massive amounts, but what we have done, I think it's in a good direction. And but you never know; the others will also improve, and we have to see what happens. But I'm really happy with the car, especially in Monte Carlo. We know Citroën on this rally have always had a very good car. So yeah, it's we just have to rely on the weather and see what will happen for the rally.
So with this new car, what are your expectations for the Monte Carlo?
You can never have expectations for the Monte Carlo. It's you just have to drive the rally with your feeling and see what the result is at the finish.
What about your season?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Last year was my first full season. It was quite difficult for me at the beginning. Lots of rallies I didn't know, and but now I'm aware that experience is so valuable, because in the second half of last year I could be quite fast, not at the top, but quite close. And if I can build on that experience and show the same progression this year, hopefully if the car improves and we can challenge at the front, that's the objective.
Okay. How you sum up your 2014 season?
Yeah, I'm generally quite happy. A little bit frustrated at some mistakes, but to be honest, it went the way I expected it would go. I knew it would be very difficult at the beginning of the year. Events that were completely new to me. It's very difficult to challenge on those events, and yeah. But the second half of the year, my speed improved a lot on the events. I knew a little bit better, and yeah, I was really happy. We had 4 podiums in the year. Probably could have had 6 or 7, but I want to build this year and challenge more at the front.
And now, how grateful are you to the team for giving you another opportunity in 2015?
Yeah, I think I earned it. I showed enough speed last year, so yeah, I'm happy to be back, and it's nice now. You always wanted to achieve that goal of getting a good factory seat in the World Championship. But to secure a second season is really important, because in your second year you can really feel more comfortable. And yeah, I'm happy, and I have a really good relationship with the team, and it's really nice to build that relationship together.
And you impressed many with your pace in your first season. What are the targets for you in your second full season as a sports top level?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's only natural. You want to progress. You only look at the history of other drivers in the championship, and their second year, you can make some good steps. I hope I follow that trend, but as I say, I just have to drive my own rhythm, concentrate, and let the speed flow, and yeah, hopefully we can have a good season.
And looking at the opening round in Monte Carlo now, explain why this is such a challenging event for you.
You have to see the conditions here on the test. Monte Carlo is difficult to explain to people, but probably 60 or 70% of the time you'll be in the wrong tires, because you have to choose a compromise, the best compromise for a full loop of stages over 6 or 7 hours. So the weather can change so much. And when you're driving on a tarmac tire on snow, it's an incredible challenge, but a beautiful rally. But you have to rely so much on the feeling, and yeah, it's a monster of event to start the season.
And how exciting is it for the sport and for all your drivers to test yourselves once more against Sebastian?
Yeah, for me it's fascinating to have Seb as my teammate. I hope to learn a lot. He's 78 World Rally wins, 7 times Monte Carlo, so I think I can learn a lot from him. But yeah, for sure it's great for the sport to have Seb back, and yeah, see what he can do. If Seb enjoys himself, we see what the result is. He's a master of these conditions, and but we see what happens.
Okay, and do you expect him to still be competitive after a year on the circuits?
For me personally, I think so. Yes, because Sebastian Loeb has done so many years of rally. he done Rally du Var last December, at the beginning of December, 2 days, and yeah, he knows the car so well. He's driven so many kilometers. He knows all the conditions on Monte Carlo. So Monte Carlo is not an event like Finland where it's ultimate pace and you need to be fully conditioned. Monte Carlo is a rally on feeling, and that's where Seb has been so strong over the years, relying on his feeling of the road. And yeah, we'll see. I expect him to be fully competitive.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.
And all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Please, Chris, can I take a picture?
So how was it to go back in your DSU WRC after a year in the Sales
Well, it's nice to have this feeling again with four-wheel drive and driving on some normal roads. It's very different on the driving style. You have to improvise much more in the driving. So it's fun to have this feeling again.
Is it like bicycle that you're back in the car and you feel exactly the same?
I'm feeling better on a car than on a bicycle, but not exactly. I think it was a little bit complicated in the first run to take the feeling again, but it comes back very quickly, and today the feeling is okay.
So you have a 2 days test here. Can you tell us about the different kind of conditions you have?
Yes, it was some very good condition yesterday, nearly dry with some little humid in some place, but nothing special. And today it's much more difficult with some ice, some very slow hairpin with ice, and very tricky condition, especially in the morning. Now it's getting better, but we didn't have any real snow for the moment. But maybe in the race we will not have any snow. So we will see. It's always the same in the Monte Carlo. You do the test in the condition you have, and you do the race in the condition you find.
How did you decide to come back and do one rally for Monte Carlo?
Just because Citroën proposed me to do this rally, and it was I was thinking about doing Rally de France last year. Finally, we couldn't do it, so we said, okay, Monte Carlo is also in France, we can say, and the same public. It's always a nice rally with some good atmosphere, a lot of supporters. So it's fun to come back and to give them some pleasure and to have pleasure myself.
Finally, what are your ambitions? Because obviously everybody's waiting for you.
Yes, for sure, but my ambition is to do my best. I didn't drive since 1 year, and okay, it's not the priority to win here, but on another side, when I take the start of a race, I always try to do my best, and so I will try to prepare it as well as possible and do my best, and we will see. I hope we will be competitive.
Thank you. Seb, tu as retrouvé ton ancien bureau après la CELISée, de nouveau dans la DS3 WRC. Quel effet ça t'a fait hier quand tu as pris le volant pour la première fois?
Bah, écoute, ça a été sympa de retrouver des sensations que je n'avais pas forcément eues depuis un moment. Bon, j'avais fait le rallye du Var, ce qui m'avait permis déjà de me refamiliariser un petit peu avec le rallye et ce type de voiture. Et puis bah là, sur les essais, au début, il a fallu reprendre un peu le rythme. Ensuite, c'était plutôt pas mal, le feeling est plutôt bien. Donc voilà, on verra bien.
2 jours d'essai, tu essayes de balayer un peu les conditions différentes, j'imagine. Tu peux nous en dire un peu plus sur les conditions que tu as eues?
Ouais, bah les conditions, hier c'était plutôt une route sèche, humide, avec des conditions pas extrêmes, on va dire, pour un Monte-Carlo. Quelques plaques de givre le matin, mais pas grand-chose. Ce matin c'était plus délicat, avec beaucoup de givre sur la route et des plaques de glace, pas de mur de neige, donc forcément pas trop droit à l'erreur. Donc plutôt piégeux, et puis voilà, mais donc on n'aura pas forcément eu des conditions de neige extrêmes, mais ça sert à rien non plus de rouler dans 30 cm de neige si pendant la course il n'y en a pas. Donc on verra bien, c'est toujours un petit peu la surprise au Monte Carlo. On fait des essais dans certaines conditions et puis on voit sur la course ce qu'on trouve.
Comment tu as décidé de faire le Monte Carlo et pourquoi le Monte Carlo?
Parce qu'on me l'a proposé, parce que Citroën nous l'a proposé, et puis pourquoi Monte Carlo, parce que de toute façon les rallyes à la rigueur qui pouvaient être intéressants, c'était le rallye de France l'an dernier, le Monte Carlo, parce que c'est des rallyes un petit peu à domicile où il y a mon public. Ça fait longtemps que j'ai pas eu l'occasion de courir devant mon public en rallye, donc voilà, c'est aussi le côté sympa de retrouver un petit peu l'ambiance des rallyes en France, Monte Carlo ou Rallye de France. et puis de faire plaisir à tout le monde et à moi aussi.
Forcément, tout le monde t'attend au tournant, donc quelles sont tes ambitions pour la course?
Les ambitions, c'est d'essayer d'être compétitif, c'est clair. Après, la priorité, c'est le WTCC cette année, c'est pas le Monte Carlo. Mais aujourd'hui, de toute façon, comme j'ai toujours fait, quand je fais quelque chose, j'essaie de le préparer quand même correctement et d'être prêt au départ. Donc, les ambitions, c'est d'essayer d'être compétitif. On verra bien. Si on peut se battre pour la victoire, tant mieux.